I'm looking forward to drive the 992 on the racetrack, and Porsche Center Stockholm are taking me, well actually I'm paying, to go to Gelleråsen for some proper track day. I had to make this stop. This is the exact place where my GT3 broke down last year. Whew, a lot of emotion, I tell you this much, a lot of frustration that I had almost a year ago. I had to stop to end the story with Snow White. My family has decided this is the train because the registration plates, LOK, is the Swedish word for train, lok.
I arrived to Gelleråsen racetrack. If you are a regular viewer and subscriber, you are already familiar with Gelleråsen racetrack. For newbies, the track is 2,350 meters long and was established in 1949 and is the first established permanent racetrack in Sweden. Porsche Center Stockholm provided us with certified Porsche instructors. They divided us and the racetrack into 3 groups, where we got the chance to focus on one section at a time.
It is not the first time that I am experiencing racetrack in sections, a practice methodology that I appreciate a lot. Not only that you will get the experience behind the steering wheel, but also touch and feel the surfaces that you have in a corner. Most perhaps important, that you also could take a closer look at your friends and how they are driving.
The start and finish line creates speed approaching the first corner. I try to stay away from the very left edge since the surface is a bit bumpy when heavy braking into the first corner, Trösen. Don't misjudge the corner as a 90-degree right corner, it is much more. Then a short straight road to the 2 right corners that could be considered as one entering Esset. Try to leave the right edge as soon as possible since Esset is a well-dosed left corner entering a fast straight line with full speed right short corner. You need to glide the car towards the left to be able to position the car in the fast right. Then heavy braking uphill entering AS corner, a difficult corner to handle. Important not to turn in too early into the right corner. It is also important to get the car around facing the light left corner where the apex is a compression. In my GT3 I measured over 1.8 G. Straight line approaching Hårnålen, in English hairpin, a 180-degree left turn but quite fast, followed by the straight line approaching Dubbelknixen. 2 fast light corners, first to the left and then to the right. Before the first corner you need to stabilize the car applying light short braking or lift up the throttle. Then you need to gain space to the left to entering the next right corner. The last corner has many ways to approach. I love it because it's so difficult. You should take the enter last end of the track as one curve or divide it into 3 pieces. It was rebuilt a couple of years ago and I must admit I have not yet found the optimal way around.
Behind the Porsche Instructor 992, I'm going to give you my first impression of the 992 at a Gelleråsen racetrack. First things first, the steering is spectacular when you turn in the car. It is GT3 performance, and I actually think it is so impressive that they are actually going to make 7 cars that are theoretically faster than this one, and that is yeah, that's impressive. When it comes to the engine power, it states that this is 450 horsepower, that I don't believe, because I drove the 991.2 GTS last year on Gelleråsen and that was not as much power as this one. It feels more like my old GT3 with a 4-liter engine with 500 horsepower. When it comes to the brakes, I cannot decide it because unfortunately the car is equipped with Goodyear tires, and I don't get any significant brakes to evaluate the braking on this car. Okay, it's grip, grip, grip. I need more grip. Remember what I have always said, the composer of the art of driving is the tire. And Goodyear does not deliver when it comes to the art of driving. That's for sure, ladies and gentlemen. Ridiculous. Make sure that your 992 is not equipped with Goodyear tires. Ridiculous. Ridiculous for real. Let's face it, the Goodyear tires are rubbish. All 992 that were present that day had the same problem. When you have the same turning angle and constant speed, the tire could not hold the grip, making the car slide, and actually that triggered the, help system burning the brake pads. And it was not only the tires that was under question. The sport exhaust sounds silly. Do you know that behind me there is some artificial mechanics that creates the noise when you drive? It's not from the engine. If you listen to the 992 from the outside, it's like, oh my God, rubbish. That's what the sport exhaust is. Just leave it without it. Ugh. Ooh, but if the noise is ridiculous, the power the engine produces, that's what we talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Having a proper power into this machine. Remember my chart. This is the starting point on different vehicles when things start to be balanced. You know, when you get the tires, the chassis, the engine, the driver connecting together, creating that, harmony. And the 991.2 GTS and the 992 Carrera S has a much earlier starting point, and that's perfect for amateurs and beginnings like myself to connect and to educate yourself in the art of driving. And I guess the pleasure is a bit easier to find with these type of vehicles. The GT cars, you have to push much harder to get the components to work together. Oh, it's so fun to drive on a racetrack. And remember, again, it's not about the lap time, it's about connecting even harder with your vehicle and feel the possibilities that you have together with the tools that are present for you. Oof, it's so beautiful to drive it and put throttle in. Oh, make sure that you also try different things. Try to change the position of the car. Try use the throttle as the second steering wheel. Make sure that you're loose in the arms. It should be relaxed. It's when you get tension in your body that then you know you're going too fast. And the brakes, it should be firm but not hard. It should be accelerating. It should be smooth. It should be I was this close to say that it should be like sex. It should be true pleasure. Did I say that out loud? Ooh, if you're under 18, I'm so sorry that I used that comment. Oi, oi, oi. Disclaimers, that was not my intention.
The 992 Carrera S is a beauty to drive. She is easy to find connection with. At the end of the day, the tires were even harder to cope with. Instead of increasing the speed, we needed to slow down. As always, it is much easier to drive on a racetrack with PDK gearbox, and if you change the tires, you will keep up with the 991 GT3. But I must admit, it was more intense to drive my old 991.2 manual GT3.
So my track day has ended. I have no more fuel in the car, and I thought I'd settle for today. How was it to drive the 992? Spectacular. This is a fast vehicle that takes you back and forth to work. Spectacular. Am I faster in this one compared to my manual GT3? Well, with proper tires, most likely I am. And if I compare this car towards my GT3, it steers in as good as the GT3. Then the tires obviously could not hold on to the grip. And to be honest, I think Goodyear destroyed my beautiful track day. Even I was faster than the tires. Proper training so you have the strength to uphold your body in the driving position. That's, you know, if you don't train, don't go on the racetrack. Get fit. Oh, get fit. Brum, brum.